Hello everyone, welcome back to my chronically cozy life and the last cozy chat of the year. Today is just me, no guests, and I thought I would take this time to do a little bit of reflection and go over this last year because it's been a little bit of a wild one. It's taken me in directions that I never expected. If beginning of the year me could see current me and what we're doing, she would be shocked and I think pretty proud. I think so. I have done so much this year, and at the beginning of the year, none of it was really planned. It wasn't really the direction that I was setting out to go in. So it's been a little crazy, but it's been a lot of fun, and it's been really uplifting, and it's been really heartwarming, and I've met so many amazing people, and it's just been so great. So I thought that I would dedicate the last podcast of the year to doing a little bit of reflecting and talking about it, and sharing the journey. So at the start of the year, I was not in an amazing place. I was trying to be a content writer, and it wasn't really hitting in the way that I kind of thought it would. Poor planning on my part. 'Tis the rise of AI, and so probably not the best time to try to break into writing, but arguably the time that we need it the most, because now everything just sounds AI. Now everything is just a repetition of the same stuff put out by the same machine. So personally, I still think that content writing is a very necessary thing. However, it has become a difficult thing to convince people to spend their money on. So I had to start really looking at what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and reassessing. And more I was really feeling the pull to be writing for myself. That's what I really want to do. I want to write the things I want to write and put them out under my own name, in my own brand. And I just don't want to work for other people. I just don't want to. And the freelancing world is it's weird these days. And I didn't want to get into it. So in April, I kind of set myself a little unrealistic goal. I guess if I'm being honest, it was definitely an unrealistic goal. I set myself the goal of monetizing my blog in 90 days. I think that all in all, realistically, for a lot of people and for the right niche, this is not 100% the most crazy goal out there. However, I do know that the niche that I write for is not the most popular and the most profitable. And I know that I'm not the most consistent person because chronic illness and ADHD and the whole reason why why we're here. So I knew that this was going to be a really hard thing. I knew it was, but also I needed to have something to motivate me and push me forward, and I needed a plan, and I needed to feel like I was really doing something. So I set myself this goal of monetizing my blog in 90 days. And I told myself that if I didn't see any kind of progress from this, even if it was just small, but if I didn't see any kind of progress from this after the 90 days, that I would give it up and try to find something else. So I think I started this at the beginning of April. So April, May, June was the goal to work on this. Started off in April, fairly strong, started working on my SEO, started working on the back end stuff of everything. Started looking into my monetization options, like affiliates and sponsored posts and running ads and things like that. And with most of those, I came to the point of like, I don't quite have enough. I don't quite have a clear enough niche. I don't have a clear enough message and a direction. And I don't have the numbers that I needed to be able to get into any of these things. So, I mean, like I had a few affiliate things going on, and I was looking into a little bit more of those, but I realized that monetizing like right off the bat was obviously not going to be the move, that I had a lot of work to do in the meantime. So number one, I kind of set out to niche down. And this is something that I fought for so long. I hate the idea of niching as a neurodivergent and multi-passionate person. The idea of like only talking about one thing all the time really feels very frustrating and very it's too small of a box. I just can't do it. So it's really been a struggle for me. And in the end, I kind of found that it was a struggle because I was looking at it in the wrong sense. I was thinking of niching down as you had to pick like very, very specifically the exact thing that you were going to talk about all the time. Whereas a niche, I think, can be more of your overall mission. As long as all of the things that you're doing come together to work towards one singular mission, niche is, arguable. So my niching down was deciding mostly that I was going to work and focus on working with chronically ill and neurodivergent people. I know that this is a community that is kind of difficult to work with. I know because I'm one of them. We're not super high energy. We don't do well with commitments. We are a little bit all over the place, and financially, we're not all that well off. However, we do all have a lot of things in common, and one of those things is the ambition to build something that will work for us in a way that we really need it to. Like, we need something that's adaptable and something that's made for us. And this is a community of people who are so incredibly creative, like so creative when it comes to finding something they can do to make it work for them. So I got a little clearer on my message, figured out what I wanted to talk about, figured out my content pillars and the exact things that I was going to focus on, and started putting all of that together and started making a little bit more of a content plan. And as I started doing that, I started connecting with more people, and I started getting onto Threads. I think Threads was actually instrumental in the changes and the direction that my business has gone, because I got onto Threads and I started putting some things out there and just connected with an overwhelming amount of people who all like agreed with me. And that was weird. After being on Instagram for so long and getting very little engagement, I mean, it was weird to even have people talking back. But all of a sudden I had hit on something. I had found something that people really wanted and people really needed. And that was the connection with people that understood them, and the resources to build a business that actually works with their bodies and their needs. So I started putting those things together. I started putting them out there. It was freaking phenomenal, the like feedback that I got. I loved it. And from there, oh my gosh, it freaking steamrolled. Not even steamrolled. It was like a boulder rolling down a hill, and everything just got really busy and really complicated, and all in a good way. But like, it's been a lot. It's a lot. So while I was loving the blogging and I had started opening my blog up to guest posts, which was really amazing because I was getting feedback and a lot of like really amazing stories, and I was being able to share these stories with the community, and that meant I was also being able to share these businesses with the community. I decided to start a podcast, and I don't know why my brain insists on being like, hey, you know what? You're super busy. Let's do another thing. But it does. And every once in a while, it works out really well. And this is one of them. This podcast has been amazing. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. And I'm connecting with so many amazing people. Like, you can watch back on this year's podcast. I connected with so many cozy entrepreneurs that had so many amazing things to share, different perspectives, different ways to adapt to your set, like to their needs. They shared a lot of great insight from their businesses and what they're doing. And it was just so amazing because like to see everyone kind of come together in this like attempt to help each other and to share all of this information and to make these connections in for like a group of people where it's really hard for us to do that. It's really hard. And it's really hard because we can't get outside very often. We can't make face-to-face connections very often. We are often very low on energy. And on top of all of that, like on top of all of the physical symptoms that we're actually just dealing with every day, we worry a lot that people aren't going to understand us. They're not going to get, our vibe, and they're not going to, like, especially being neurodivergent people, like, we often feel misunderstood, but like also as chronically ill people, like you can't understand if you haven't been there. So connecting is a very difficult thing when you are chronically ill and neurodivergent. And on top of that, as entrepreneurs, as people building their own businesses and starting a thing that like most other people don't understand, might as well be out in the middle of space. Like, it's so lonely. So I started this podcast, Cozy Chats, as a way to connect with other chronically ill and neurodivergent entrepreneurs. I like to bring them on. We have like a nice little like cozy chat, just what it's called, about everything, business, life, what's going on, what they've learned from everything, how they're adapting, how they're accommodating themselves. And it's so fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. I'm having so many amazing conversations. And it's so much better than actually sitting here and talking to myself, to you guys, but like to myself. I like it. It's so much more fun. So that's definitely become a staple in the chronically cozy atmosphere of everything. And like not long after I got that going, I started realizing that there was like more need for more connection. So I launched the Chronically Cozy Creators Club. Again, I seriously cannot stop myself from making more work for myself, but it's all turning out fantastically. So I started the Chronically Cozy Creators Club. I love alliteration, if you can't tell. I started it as a Discord server. I thought that Discord felt like, it felt like a cozy place. It's very quiet. It's very like, it's thread based, so it's all text. There's not a lot of pictures, not a lot of video. There's not a lot of things that you really need to know. You just kind of read through the conversation. It felt very Threads-like. So I went with that. I set it all up. I put in space where everyone can share all of their creations and their businesses, their websites, their blogs, their YouTube videos. I put in space where we could talk and connect and share resources. And we share our wins every week and our goals. And it's so amazing. It's becoming a really amazing place. I think I'm at 140 members as this is being filmed. And they're all just so fantastic. And it's so great to have a place to come when I feel like nobody else is going to understand. And I really want it to be that place for everybody else as well. We have a blog, we have a podcast, we have a community, but clearly that's not enough. If you didn't see that coming, it wasn't enough. I decided there needed to be something else. I needed there to be another way to connect with people and to help bring more visibility to the community, because that is our big problem. Like, growing a business is very difficult. Marketing is difficult. And especially with the algorithms and the everything going on these days, it's hard. And so I wanted there to be another way that I could help bring visibility to the community. So I started the Cozy Business Directory. A lovely idea for sure. And I didn't even think that it was gonna pop off in the way that it did. So I started it in a very simple, low-tech way. My fault. Don't do that. Start it off the right way first. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go back and fix the problem. Lessons learned. I made the choice to do all of my own web design. I do everything on WordPress because I wanted to have the flexibility to add everything. It's all my own fault. I should know better. But now the Chronically Cozy Business Directory 2.0 is up and running, and it's so amazing. It's so amazing. I know I'm being like overly gushy about these things and like, whatever. I don't even care because it is amazing. It is so inspiring to watch a community come together and to grow and to see all the cool things they're doing. Oh my gosh, so many cool things. Like, you have to go check out this directory. The artist category is one of the biggest so far, and like, these people are so freaking creative. It's so amazing. And like, I just love it. So like, every day I get new listings, and every time I get new listings, I get to see like all of the new pictures that have been added and all of these like products and stuff. And it's so cool. So cool. I love it so much. And now all of these things that I kind of felt were like going to be a lot are starting to kind of just come together into a nice little world, I guess. I don't know. My little chronically cozy empire. My empire made up of my blog, where I share all of my free all of my free resources and education and information and stuff that can help people. I have my podcast where I'm connecting with other entrepreneurs and helping other entrepreneurs share their stories and get more visibility. I have a resource library of digital products. Oh my God, I didn't even mention that before. Yeah, right, because I decided to also make digital products because not everybody can afford coaching, but I can also help in other ways. I have a resource library of digital products, and of course I have the Chronically Cozy Business Directory. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool. I love it so much. It's all kind of coming together into this amazing thing, and I'm so excited. And none of it would have been possible without you. You, the viewers, you who are here and sharing your story, all of the people who came on my podcast, and all of the people who have already applied to be on next year's podcast, and all of the members in my community and on my mailing list and following me on social and Threads. Oh my gosh, my Threads community is so cool. Love them all. Like, I'm so grateful right now for everybody. I didn't think I'd be here at the beginning of this year. I didn't think I'd be feeling this way, to be honest. I was really low, and I was alone in all of this, and it sucked. And now I don't feel so alone, and it's kind of great. And while I am not making a ton of money, I am making some. I'm connecting, and I'm helping people, and I love it. I do love it so much. So that is the recap of 2025 for the last podcast of the year. If you want to know what's coming up in 2026, stay tuned for the first podcast of the new year. Make sure you do all the liking and subscribing and setting up the notifications and everything, because you don't want to miss it. Make sure you're on our newsletter and everything, because I will be sending it out. I will be telling you all of the amazing things coming to the Chronically Cozy Empire in the new year. And I've got so many ideas. So many ideas. Are you surprised? You're probably not surprised, but I have so many ideas, and it's going to be so much fun. And I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you all for being here. All of the links to everything that I talked about will be down below. Push all the buttons, and I will see you next year. Bye.